This is the Right Price Show. On the basis of quality, the ability of a product to do a job, this panel has to determine a fair price for a variety of merchandise. For example, when it comes to trucks, prospects make up a discerning panel. They look the truck lineup over carefully, add up what they find in terms of ability to work, to stay on the job, then say which truck is priced right. This year, they have a new group of commercial vehicles to evaluate. Corvair 95, Ford Econoline, and Volkswagen models. Right now, prospects are examining them to determine which represents the greatest value. What are they going to find? Let's take a close look and see for ourselves. First, Chevrolet's Corvair 95 models are all new. A new flat, lightweight, air-cooled rear engine, unitized construction, and four-wheel independent suspension make these the ideal vehicles for a specific segment of the delivery market. Each Corvair 95 is first in appearance, driver comfort, vehicle handling, cargo moving, and in construction. Features that provide unmatched dollar value. Now let's see how Ford's Econoline vehicles compare. Take appearance. Notice the distinctive lines of the Corvan, the overall long, lower look that is no illusion. The Econoline is high and boxy. Note, too, that the sheet metal provides for dual headlights, but only single headlights are used. The result? An unfinished appearance. Here's another big plus for Chevrolet's low look. Corvair 95 vehicles have an average height of 69 inches and can easily enter the average garage with standard 75-inch high doors. Contrast this with the 77-inch height of Econoline models, whose owners must leave them outside or enlarge their doors. And speaking of size, what about those all-important dimensions that mean driver comfort? Thanks to the Corvair's lower step-in height, 17.2 inches to Ford's 19.2 inches, greater driver comfort starts the moment the driver sets foot in the cab. Inside, there's additional room all the way around, more headroom, more legroom, an important difference that adds up fast as the workday goes on. Another extra quality and convenience feature is found in the Corvair's dispatch box. Chevrolet provides a door, latch, and lock as standard. Ford doesn't even offer a dispatch box door as an option on any Econoline model. In addition, the convenience and safety of rear door windows in the panel model must be purchased as an extra cost option on the Ford. Chevrolet provides this important operational feature as standard. On the road, there are other big differences in convenience and riding comfort. Chevrolet's modern independent front suspension insulates driver and passenger from road shocks, bumps, and twists. Ford's old-fashioned I-beam suspension telegraphs road shocks into the cab, adding to driver fatigue and discomfort. Another important characteristic designed into every Corvair 95 is better vehicle handling. Because of Chevrolet's near-perfect weight distribution, there is no significant weight shift from front to rear, empty or loaded. Here's how they compare. First, the pickups. When empty, Corvair 95 pickups have a weight distribution of 50% front and 50% rear. Loaded brings about only a 4% shift, 46 front and 54 rear. In contrast, the Econoline pickup, when empty, distributes approximately 61% of its load to the front and 39% to the rear. Notice the shift that takes place when loaded. 40% front and 60 rear, approximately 21%. Now let's compare the panels. The Corvan, holding true to form, experiences only a 2% weight shift, while the Econoline panel shows a big 19% weight shift. What does this weight change mean? It means that Econoline vehicles, when empty, are extremely nose-heavy. The added weight of a driver and passenger increases the effect. As a result, steering is mushy. Tractive effort is very poor, while unequal and changing stresses on components reduce vehicle life. Now let's compare cargo handling. Again, Chevrolet is far out in front. For example, in bulk capacity, both the ramp side and load side provide 80 cubic feet, compared to 73 for the Econoline pickup. Ford's capacity results from its high side walls, which, as we shall see, create excessive side load height. Another important load factor is load length. With engine in the rear, Corvair 95 pickups have a box 103.25 inches long, almost 9 feet. But the Econoline pickup has a load length of only 84 8/10 inches. Ford's up-front engine design provides other basic disadvantages and detracts from overall value. Note that the engine compartment within the cab projects behind the seats, adding almost 20 inches of waste space to the back of the cab while reducing pickup box length. This center engine location also requires a split seat, limiting cab capacity to only 2 people. This design robs the Econoline panel of valuable cargo space. As you can see, the engine compartment takes up cargo space in this model as well and obstructs the loading of large items through the side doors. There is no lost cargo space or obstruction like this in the Corvan cargo area. When it comes to loading ease, Corvair 95s are in a class by themselves. For example, side door openings in the Corvan are 53.5 by 49 inches, biggest in the business. The Econoline panel has only 49.1 by 47.8 inch doors. In addition, Chevrolet makes available optional full-size left-hand double doors. Research shows that these double doors can save valuable hours in across-the-street operations. No such option is available on the Econoline panel. Another important loading advantage results from the Corvan's low side door loading height, only 14.9 inches at curb weight, 10 inches lower than the Econoline panel's 25 inches. This lower loading height means more speed and convenience in loading or unloading, especially important in multi-stop delivery and pickup operations. This advantage extends into pickup models. Side loading height on the ramp side is a low 14.9 inches. Compare this with Ford's high 48.1 inches, the direct result of its high sidewalls. This ramp side feature and low loading height makes it possible for one man to load many cargoes requiring 2 men with the Econoline pickup. And the Econoline has nothing to compare with the curbside loading possible with Chevrolet's ramp side pickup. Convenience that is especially important in delivery operations on busy city streets. And there's a big difference, too, in load protection. Corvair 95 models have low centers of gravity. The unique drop center design of the Corvair 95 permits the load to be placed in the center of the vehicle, cradled low and stable between the wheels, where it receives greater load protection on curves and rough roads. Corvair models also receive additional load protection from swing axles, a unique feature that provides independent suspension at all 4 wheels. Off or on road, there is no matching the cargo protection a Corvair 95 provides as it shrugs off bumps and absorbs punishing blows before they reach the cargo. This feature provides many additional benefits: better traction, longer powertrain life, less chassis twist, and longer sheet metal life. Ford's Econoline supports its payload above both axles, creating a high center of gravity which provides poor load stability. A high center of gravity also contributes to excessive wind wander and poor handling characteristics. In addition, Econoline vehicles use the old-fashioned I-beam front suspension with leaf springs front and rear. This type of suspension, combined with Ford's short 90-inch wheelbase, provides little load protection or driver comfort. Let's take a look at comparative payloads. Both Corvair 95 pickups have a maximum rated payload of 1,900 pounds. The Corvan, 1,800 pounds. The Econoline pickup, rated at 1,650 pounds, is 250 pounds less. The Ford panel, also rated at 1,650 pounds, is 150 pounds under the Corvan. Now let's check on load supporting ability. Corvair 95s match their GVW ratings of 4,000 or 4,600 pounds. Front and rear suspensions, 2,500 pounds. Springs, 2,300 pounds, front and rear. Considerably behind is Ford's Econoline. With standard suspensions, these vehicles are rated at a GVW of 3,300 pounds. However, even at this low figure, the components don't match up. Total spring capacity, for example, is only 2,890 pounds, 410 pounds short of their GVW rating. In addition, Econoline standard 13-inch 4-ply rated tires have a capacity rating of 835 pounds for a total tire capacity of 3,340 pounds. Corvair standard 14-inch 4-ply rated tires have a capacity rating of 975 pounds, a 3,900 pound total, and an advantage of 560 pounds in total load supporting ability. As for maximum GVWs, Chevrolet's maximum rating of 4,600 pounds is obtained by simply adding 6-ply rated 14-inch tires. This is a much more economical approach than is required to reach the Econoline's maximum GVW rating of 4,100 pounds, which requires heavy-duty springs and shock absorbers, extra cost items. Oversized tires are also recommended at extra cost. In addition, an Econoline vehicle at maximum GVW and equipped with 13-inch tires actually speeds up tire wear-out time even more. With required optional suspension equipment, an Econoline's GVW is increased by 600 pounds, while the gross load capacity of the tire remains the same, only 835 pounds at comparable pressure. And the Econoline's smaller 13-inch tires revolve at 853 revolutions per mile, compared to 810 for Corvair 95s. These extra revolutions add up fast in extra wear and cost for Ford owners. 14-inch tires and wheels are available on Econolines, but again, only as extra cost optional equipment. Tires and wheels which are standard on Corvair 95s. Next, cargo moving ability. Chevrolet's big advantage here starts with its basic design, which brings about many benefits in addition to its load-moving advantages. Let's start with power. Corvair 95s and Econoline vehicles are about evenly matched at 80 and 85 horsepower. However, when it comes to actually moving the load, other factors provide Chevrolet with outstanding advantages. First of all, the Corvair 95 engine was designed specifically for the Corvair 95. As previously noted, this provides ideal load distribution with maximum tractive effort, loaded or empty, the ability to move on hills, ice, snow, or mud. Because of their forward control design and short wheelbase, Econoline vehicles have traction trouble except under ideal conditions. When unloaded, they are frequently unable to move over hills, rough ground, mud, or ice. A 3-speed transmission is standard on all Corvair 95 vehicles. A 4-speed transmission, synchronized in all forward gears and power glide, are available as options. In contrast, Ford provides only a 3-speed synchro mesh unit. As for clutches, Chevrolet uses a clutch with 72 square inches of facing area. Ford, on the other hand, uses a small 8.5-inch diameter clutch with a total facing of only 67.7 inches. Chevrolet couples its engine to a combination transmission and rear axle known as a transaxle. Together, they're known as a unipack. In addition to its performance features, unipack provides unmatched serviceability. The entire unit can be removed completely from the vehicle for maintenance or overhaul in as little as 45 minutes. In addition, the Corvair 95 engine has no radiator and thus requires no coolant, winter or summer. There is no water pump or hoses to leak or to require checks and maintenance. And Corvair models have built-in convenience in engine access panels that allow battery and oil checks to be made outside the vehicle in a matter of minutes. To make the same checks in an Econoline requires entering the cab and removing covers from both the engine compartment and battery case. A real nuisance. Minor maintenance work, such as spark plug changes and engine tune-ups, must also be done inside the cab, a time-consuming and expensive procedure. Now let's check values on the basis of construction. Curb weight provides an important clue. Chevrolet vehicles are approximately 300 pounds heavier than comparable Ford models, contain 300 pounds more material. This difference in weight shows up in wall construction. Notice the single wall construction of the Econoline pickup box. Compare this with the sturdy double walls found in the Corvair 95s, which provide stronger units plus protection against bumps and dents. This same difference in construction is evident in panel walls and doors, as well as tailgates. The taillight assembly on the Econoline pickup has little protection from cargo damage. No part of the Corvair 95 taillight assembly is exposed to the cargo area. The Corvan features a positive 2-position all-metal check system on all of its double doors. All door checks used on Econoline models are canvas-type straps. To open the panel doors to their maximum, straps must be detached from their mounts. Put them side by side. Drive them loaded or empty. Any comparison will prove the greater value, the better performance, the overall superiority of a Chevrolet Corvair 95. Now let's examine another contender, Volkswagen. While Corvair 95s and Volkswagen vehicles have essentially the same design, Corvair 95s have more of everything: horsepower, cargo space, payload capacity, convenience, ingredients that spell more real value. As we've seen, both the ramp side and load side are rated at 1,900 pounds maximum payload. The VW pickup, only 1,764 pounds. The Corvan and the VW panel delivery are rated about the same. But here's a big difference. The Corvan outstrips the panel delivery by over 20 cubic feet in cargo space and by over 14 inches in load length. Important figures to a man in the delivery business. While Volkswagen has a rear-mounted engine and unitized construction, it hasn't made the most of these features. Its panel delivery has a side door loading height of 19.7 inches. The Corvan, with its low 14.9-inch height, has an almost 5-inch advantage. In load height, the ramp side, with a side loading height of only 14.9 inches, has an almost 25-inch advantage over the VW pickup. The load side, 30.9 inches, a 9-inch advantage over the VW pickup. Cargo access openings are another area in which Volkswagen has economized. The big double doors on the Corvan are over 7 inches wider and almost 2 inches higher than those of the Volkswagen panel. When it comes to moving the load, Volkswagen's 40-horsepower engine provides only 1 horsepower for every 101.9 pounds of vehicle and payload, almost double the work a Corvair engine must do. Accurate inside cab dimensions for VWs are unavailable, but approximate measurements show why conditions in a VW are cramped, with less shoulder, hip, head, and leg room. On top of all this, the Volkswagen steering wheel sits almost flat, nearly parallel to the floor. Steering this vehicle is unnatural and uncomfortable. Placing the emphasis on thrift, Volkswagen has shortchanged itself. Corvair 95s outpower, outwork, and out-economize the Volkswagen. Yes, Chevrolet's Corvair vehicles are sold and bought at the right price. The greatest value, the best buy, the very most for the money.